So I followed up some of the things that you guys were saying. A couple of days ago, I posted up Games Workshop has been taking the chainsword to all of the recasters and the China Forge and kind of the Pirate Bay models and aggressively pushing that. So that's up in the archive. GW occasionally does this. I mean, they have to protect their IP, to protect their property. But this time it has a different feeling to it on there. It feels like they're being a little bit more aggressive. And I don't know if that's just the internet magnifying things or if that's kind of the truth with what it looks like. And in the comments, one of the main things was, well, okay, yes, Games Workshop is increasing their prices for no reason. Well, if they're so successful, which I have to say they are, right now, I would say is not only the golden age of 40K, but it seems like they've got everything firing on all cylinders. They've got amazing models. Their web presence through the community, through Facebook, through their website is up there. They're leaking previews. They're engaged with the customer base, even if it is gearing more towards newer players versus established players, because, look, you need to be bringing in new players. They've got what I used to call, or what I would call, the specialist games, stuff like Blackstone Fortress. They're aggressively promoting. I would say they're promoting 40K and Age of Sigmar equally. They're still blasting out Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, whatever it is these days, but aggressively pushing that. So I would say they're doing everything right. And if people are buying their models, capitalism, if you're buying my stuff, what do? I raise the price. I keep on raising the price until there's a slight downturn on that. But what you guys pointed out was interesting was Forge World. Now, admittedly, I haven't purchased Forge World in the longest time. I really, I have a couple of their alternate dreadnoughts. I've got a couple of the doors on there. You know, a lot of stuff would be like Spellcrow and other bits that you can purchase to kind of dress up your Land Raider and customize your army. So straight up Forge World, I haven't. I almost did the Eldar Titan thing. I was almost all in on that, but then I realized I'm an okay painter. I'm an average painter on there. I don't think I would have to have someone paint the Titan for me, because just I wouldn't have the nerve to do that. I'd be just too afraid if I mess it up, you know, that type of cost on there. But it was interesting. You guys were saying Forge World is like over the top with the price and the cost above and beyond regular 40K. And I started to look into that a little bit more and thinking, well, even if you don't go straight Forge World, I can buy a Land Raider, or if you're playing Space Marines, let's be honest, even if you don't have a Land Raider obsession, you maybe have 2 or 3 on there. Or you could buy or trade a Land Raider secondhand, throw on some third-party bits, Black Templar stuff, whatever, special doors, some antennas, and different pieces of armor, and really dress it up kind of nice. Unless you're looking for a really specific pattern of Land Raider or specific type of vehicle on there, is Forge World even necessary anymore? So that got me also thinking in the comments, where what direction is 40K going to go in right now, and exploring the big direction and the small direction, because now for the first time, and for the first time in my knowledge, and certainly in the comments, those of you who've been playing 40K for a while, right, absolutely, sound off. To my knowledge, for the first time ever in 40K history, we have representation, mainstream, supported, officially recognized representation for all four parts of 40K, ways to play 40K. And Age of Sigmar is not that far behind. So we have regular 40K, which I think is what most of us are used to playing. That's what I primarily play the most of, although that is shifting a lot, more so in this edition, for a lot of really different reasons. But you have an average size game, 1 player versus 1 player. You could do doubles, you could do a special mission, but for the most part, it's head-to-head. It's a traditional war game, fully supported. We also have Apocalypse, fully supported. Not an older version, a reboot, re-imaged, new stuff being pushed out for that. So now you can get together with a couple of your friends and play a massive battle, which absolutely I recommend. And if you've been following my podcasts, you know, hey, I love Apocalypse, because this is a great way to experience the grimdark above and beyond your collection, whatever it is. You team up 2 or 3 or 4 Chaos Warbands, hopefully represent each one of the Dark Gods. Now you've got some bite on the table. Now you've got a big game, something in the community that you can create above and beyond yourself. So I've got regular 40K and Apocalypse. Well, now we move to smaller 40K. And Kill Team is out. Necromunda is out. And previously, this was supported with Combat Patrol or Inquisimunda, either unofficial support or just GW being like, yeah, we'll throw out something out there and whatever, we've got it covered. Well, now you can play that. And I know 3 players. I really enjoy playing them. All we play is Kill Team. That's it. That was their entry point into 40K. That's their dedication for now. I'm working on it. The Seduction of the Dark Gods. They have no interest in playing scaling up in 40K, but these are all fully supported by Games Workshop. Never before. And then the 4th version to play 40K to experience the Grimdark, although as of now it is slightly more custom models, but there is crossover, there is stuff porting over. Something like Blackstone Fortress, kind of a skirmish war game, kind of a narrative type game on there, kind of a quest exploration game, a lot of different ways. So the question I have is, do you think 40K is becoming a little bit too diluted? Or is this part of a bigger strategy where if Games Workshop gets you into regular 40K, you'll also play Kill Team and buy some of that stuff, and hopefully they will push you in to Apocalypse on there. Or maybe just they've streamlined so much in their production that across the board they can promote all those things. Do you feel like 40K is becoming a little bit too unfocused, or 40K is as a whole is becoming harder to follow? That's what's kind of hard to say, hard to understand. Your thoughts on that aspect of 40K?